Come to the greenery.
Hi everybody, my name is Kirsten Segler from the Greenery. This year we'd like to show you around the greenery retail area a little bit more and give you pointers and tips on what plants should be planted at what time of the year. So right now, being the early part of the year, we're just end of March, beginning of April, we're going to walk you through a little bit here and show you all the great types of seasonal plants that can be used early on at this time of the year that can take frost and still be enjoyed outdoors until things warm up in May, when we can get into your regular type of annuals. One of the first plants we're going to talk about is the primula. Most people know primulas. They're one of the first plants to be available in the garden center. As you know, the greenery grows all their own plants, so these are hardened off, ready to go outside. Can be used inside on the windowsill as well, but they do tend to bloom out a lot quicker indoors and they fade a little bit. But outdoors they'll hold their color really well and can take up to -5, no problems at all. Rating containers can be put in the garden, sort of eastern exposure, half morning sun, half day sun at the most, and in milder winters will survive, especially with good snow cover. And they've been known to rebloom in a very long, mild fall around December. You'll get some blooming habit if we don't have a lot of cold weather and snow at that point. Come in a variety of colors, ranging from blue, pink, yellow, and you can have plants with as many as 50 flowers on them. So it's not just what you see on the outside. If you look inside here, there's many more buds to come. So you just simply deadhead the ones that are finished, and they'll keep blooming out, probably till end of May roughly. Next plant we're going to talk about is the Ranunculus. Again, a great spring, cool-loving plant. Can be used in containers. Got some height on them. Can be used in the middle. Also can be planted in the garden. Same exposure as the Primulas, kind of the morning sun, more to the shade side. They like good, rich, organic soil and a lot of moisture. They come up with stalks and have these large double blossoms like this. I've seen some in our display garden that have had flowers as large as that, and up to 12 to 15 flowers per plant can occur. They just keep shooting up these stalks and throwing out the flowers. Again, just a spring bloomer, so we're looking at end of April into May. I said earlier with the primulas, end of May it might be pushing the limits there, but just a great plant for the early season that can take frost as well. One unique thing with this plant, they do go what we call summer dormant. So some people think, oh, my plant is dying, but what it's actually doing is just, it starts, the leaves go yellow a little bit on the edge, but it's actually putting all its energy back to the ground into these small little bulbs. They're called corms, and that bulb will stay underground. Doesn't survive our winters here naturally. They're more hardy for the coast, but you can dig those corms up and store them and replant them the next year. These actually can be bought as bulb form and planted that way. We do them from seed, but just to keep that in mind, it's not dying on you. It's just sort of going dormant because it's a cool loving plant and doesn't like being around when it's really hot in the later part of the year.
Come to the green.